everyone, and welcome back to this week's video. I literally just walked into the shop and I've been bombarded with boxes of super exciting deliveries. So here we are, opening them as fast as possible to share with you what we have just received. I'm so excited. Look at this one. Now, when I ordered my Jellycat goodies, I said to the representative of the company, can you send me like all patisseries, all bunnies, all octopuses? And a lot of the time it was like, well, they're out of stock, we're waiting for stock for those ones. So I was just like, okay, well, send me what you can when you can. And they've arrived, these beautiful octopuses that Jellycat are really renowned for. All about the quality, the design feature, and of course being the really big size as well. It's so much fun. Look at the way these are actually have elastic in them as well, so they just have a great movement. But I love the way that they have the corduroy on the inside and then the super soft plush on the out. But isn't that lovely? We're just saying, how great would that look just popped on your pillow after you've made your bed in the morning? It really is just a happy octopus. Now this one is the really big size Odell Octopus, so this is probably one of the largest that they do, and often they come in various different colors. But like I was saying, we've only received so much of the order, but we're just really happy that that has arrived. Now if this one is a little bit too large for you, also comes in the smaller sizing. So if I compare the next size, which we've received here, this one's actually a really lovely size, and this one is actually classed as, let me just check, this is just Odell Octopus, so this is the regular sort of nice larger size, which I think works really well. Quite a nice size to actually be able to hold and give cuddles to. It's a bit like a big cushion really, but again with that lovely finish, and they're just so much fun, aren't they? They're really innovative, and how they come up with so many ideas and designs each and every single year, and producing numerous collections a year. So we've just ordered the Christmas collection for 2023, and then we've been through the Easter collection, and then I'll bring the winter autumn collection, and it's just really great, and you never quite know what is going to come through. And it's quite exciting that they're introducing some new characters into the collection too. But the octopuses have always been super popular for us, and probably as popular now still as the dragons. The dragons are just a sellout every time they arrive, and again we are waiting for more huge dragons to arrive. So if you're waiting for one of those, just keep an eye on our website and we'll get them posted on there as soon as we receive them. Now I love the fact that they create families of things as well. So if you're wanting to collect, say, the octopuses, then you could also introduce the different colorways, which then would be a really nice complementary little family, but in the different colors. Now this one has been around for quite a while in this lovely blushy pinky color, but this one is really lovely, and this is little Odyssey Octopus, and it's like the sagey color, but again that's a really fabulous size, and I love that one too. I love these happy faces that they embroider on as well and give them the little beady eyes. It gives them lots and lots of character. And then again you could have a little friend for your octopus collection, and this is the Storm Octopus, because you can see there's a slight difference in the color there, and this one does look quite a bit darker, but they look great together, and they're lovely with the colorings as well. It really suits the characters. And then one of my favorite, because I think in every collection you have to have a sweet baby one. Look at this one. This one just fits in the palm of your hand, and this one is classed as Baby Storm. Oh, isn't that sweet? Look at that. Now that'd be a nice addition to any collection, even if you're just wanting the one to pop with your dollies maybe. The baby one is a really great size. So we have those arrived here. We're very, very excited about sharing these with you. But what's even more excited is there's been so much talk of the new Jellycat Luxe collection bunnies, which again, we haven't actually had one in our hand before because I didn't actually make I did make the trade show actually, but I never actually made it onto the Jellycat stand because I was so busy being distracted with everything else that I was tempted for the store. So just arrived is the long-awaited, very special edition Luxe bunnies. So taking a first glance at this bunny, it looks like a regular, bashful, medium-sized bunny, but under closer observation we can see it has this lovely sparkle nose. So this is quite a different texture and fabric to the regular bashful bunnies. And the touch is like pure silk. It's immensely soft, and I can really see these being amazing collector's items. They also come with this gold trimmed tag, so it's giving it certainly more importance as one of the bashful bunny collections. And this one is called Rosa, so she is bashful Rosa Bunny medium, but I think it's certainly worth buying and maybe popping these away for the future, as now when we look at the past limited edition bunnies that were produced, they are such an amazing investment piece as well. This is a beautiful color. It's a very, very soft color, and it really works great, I think, with any collection. I think that with the looks, if they keep to these very pastel shades and these delicate the delicacy and the look of these bunnies, I think they will really then stand out against the regular collection, which have really injected some vibrancy into their latest bunnies. And I thought what was nice was if we compare a regular medium bashful, this is actually a blossom bunny, you can see then the difference in the nose when you pop them together. So at first glance you think, oh, is it that much difference? But when you start popping it together, you can see then, and also I don't know if the camera will show it, but you can see there the pile is certainly a lot more silky and definitely a lot more luxurious in the fabric that they've chosen. And also I've just noticed, look at that, can you see the tail is a lot more fluffy as well. So this one is the regular fabric, but here they've popped a little fluffy tail on, and also the tag as well is embroidered with the gold. So we've only got limited amounts of the Luxe bunnies that have arrived, but I think these ones are certainly worth collecting. As with any special editions in any company really, when they produce, and they may even do a limited run, who knows, you know, to really start that collector's market going as well. But absolutely lovely. So this is Rosa, and I think it's nice when you just pop them together, you can see the differences then as well. I mean, we have got a lot of the regular bashful mediums and small, and even some of the large. We're just waiting for the huge ones to come back in, as they're so popular, and people love collecting the Jellycat toys, they really do. But look, don't forget, Rosa does have a sweet friend, and again, the delicate colour of this one. So this one here, this again in the medium size, is called Willow. Oh, that's lovely. So that is the Luxe Willow Bunny, again with a fluffy tail, very soft colour, and again with that lovely sparkly nose detail as well. I mean, they do need a bit of fluffing up. I've literally just lifted them out of the box, so sometimes they just need a little shake and a little fluff. But yes, aren't they lovely? So it's nice to know that this is the medium size, and then they've actually added, or we've received so far, one of the bigger pieces. Oh my gosh, this is just softness overload. This is classed as the huge bashful Willow How beautiful. I just feel sometimes that some of these need popping in a glass cabinet and not actually to be played with, because they're just so perfect and beautiful. I can see the appeal and why people love collecting all the different colorways in this great collection. Now these ones do come in a little bit more than the regular Bashfuls, but I think they definitely worth that little bit extra money. They certainly a great addition. In fact, I think I'm probably going to pop one of each of these away for my own collection. Why not? There's definitely still Easter here and we're still enjoying the holidays, so why not treat myself? But these are just an absolute beauty. So check out all our Jellycat items, all our Bashful colours. We do have a few of the smaller dragons left, and of course the wonderful amusables, the patisseries. We've also got the teapot, the coffee on the go, and some other really great exciting items to add to your collection. More exciting new arrivals are our amazing Charlie Bears. Yes, we have had and are receiving about 200 more retired Charlies. So excited to share some of the newbies that have just come onto the shop floor. This one is just one of my all-time favorites. This is Padmin, one of the retired, very popular Charlie Bears. How sweet is this little guy, coming in at £89. What we're finding is now we speak to so many collectors here on a daily basis and they're absolutely loving the retired Charlie Bears. Sometimes now they're searching more for the retired than they are the actual current. So it's interesting that you're loving this teddy bear face. Sometimes they've got the floppy cotter pin joints, which just gives them that real character feel. And naturally with any company, they progress in different designs and create very much different characters ongoing, keeping the company fresh, which is completely understandable. And then also with the increase of the prices worldwide, I think that's also tempting you, the collector, to look for something maybe from the past that really just takes your fancy. So with our retired Charlies here, we always have an amazing selection. And in my past video, I think I said, oh my gosh, we're looking a bit thin on the ground. We've probably only got about, I don't know, maybe 220 pieces left in stock at the minute here, and we're normally averaging between 400 and 500 Charlies. So yes, don't worry, we have got more arriving hopefully this next week. But I just think Padmin was just always one of the ones that really appealed. He has that very popular traditional teddy look, but also with the panda style colouring. And I always like the idea that they look a little bit vintage when they're putting this sort of loose stitching onto the body detail, which makes them look like they've been really well loved and probably more like a vintage teddy. So cute. So we do have an amazing array here, and we're probably now York's premier teddy bear stockist of all different types of teddies. We're not only about Charlie Bears, but we do also have the largest collection. We also have our new Steiff delivery arriving very soon. But what we love to showcase here is rare, unusual, one-of-a-kind artist bears that you very rarely see elsewhere. I love working with the artists one-to-one and visiting Europe many times a year and bringing back some really new, exciting ideas. And it won't be long now, I will be back on my travels, meeting the wonderful artists I love working with in the doll and teddy world, and then I will have some real treasures to share with you probably later on in the summer. But in the meantime, don't worry, because we have so much to offer here when you visit us. Another really gorgeous one which we've got back in stock, it was a complete sellout at the time, is this beauty. I know the rabbits do sell out very quickly and then become very hard to find. The colours of this one and the size are absolutely beautiful. Can you hear the bells rattling in the background? There's some more great retires coming up in a minute. This is Gumdrop, absolutely a sellout at the time of release, a 2020 design, just beautiful colours, beautiful fabric and finish, coming in as a retired piece also at £89. £39, but this one is really hard to find and just an absolute poppet if you're looking for something a bit extra special for your collection. Now, bears and bunnies, they just fit so well together, and it doesn't have to be a Charlie Bear bunny if you want to sit other types of bunnies like the Jellycat ones we've just looked at with your Charlie Bear collection. They also work really well and complement each other so beautifully for your display. But oh, I love this one, it's such a dream piece. Now, another really lovely one that's just come to us is this one, and this one is also really hard to find. I think the colors are so appealing. It's a larger piece. This is the Eden Bear, absolutely beautiful finish, beautiful colorway. It's sort of that copper brown, very natural, very back to nature, with that green little stitch nose and obviously the green undertone of the flecked plush. It works so well. Now, again, a really older piece, beautiful mint tag here, you can see, absolutely perfect condition, beautiful bigger teddy with the traditional signature bells. We love the bells and keys of the Charlie Bear collections. They work so well. Even got that little white there detail just to really set him off. But another one in this size is a really popular size with collectors. I think it's just enough teddy to get hold of, with the floppy head, just feels like a sweet baby, like a little puppy in your arms, and just such a soulful, sweet expression, the way that the eyes have been placed. And another one I really love, coming in a similar size from a similar time, is this one here. Look again at these fabrics. Do you know, probably some of the fabrics from the retired bears were a little bit more unusual. You know, the colorways and the detail really works so well. This is Dash, another one that's really hard to source. Again, lovely tags, but beautiful flecked plush. This little scarf detail here, like a little suedette scarf detail with these little crystal beads, and he just has that little forlorn love. And I think that's what just makes the Charlies so appealing. They look like they just need a forever home, don't they? But really, check out all our amazing Charlie Bears. I know there's quite a few out of stock at the minute online, but they're coming back in all the time, and we're trying our best to update them just to keep you up to date with what we have to offer here. But I know so many of you love popping into the store after watching these videos and checking out what has arrived, because we don't obviously showcase them all on the videos, because it would just be all about Charlie Bears all the time because we've got so many. So we just like to highlight the fact that we've got new ones arriving all the time, which is really exciting for us here to share with you. Here we have an absolute blast from the past. When I was 14, I went on a doll making course, which really led me into creating and even sculpting and learning some of the most amazing tips and techniques for creating my own dolls. And that was a really exciting time, buying my first kiln. I remember doing a trade show when I was 18. I launched a company, Mary Shortle Designs, and I was actually inundated with so many orders. I remember being up and down all night, opening the kiln, turning the temperature up and down, and checking that the greenware had fired. And it was just really the buzz and the height of doll making of that time. And that for me was really some of the best times, because I was literally doing everything myself. I had a wonderful dressmaker who lived in the south of England that made the most beautiful clothes for my dolls, and I supplied some of the most prestigious stores in this country. And I was so proud, showcasing and making and being able to stand the trade shows with my own creations and designs. And this doll I didn't make myself, but it's a doll that is probably from around that time, and I just saw it and thought it was absolutely beautiful and really brought back so many amazing memories. I'm back. It's really hard recording in the store because we are a super busy store, and I apologise if the doorbell keeps ringing mid-flow. So I was saying about this beauty here, and I just love these dolls. And in a way, I did sell my kiln actually not that long ago because I really felt I would probably never go back to porcelain doll making. I've also parted with a lot of my doll parts and things, the porcelain doll parts, because now we are a lot about making the reborn babies. But really, I think if I had my wish, I would probably also go back to making the porcelain dolls. There are no companies now that are producing this type of doll. And I just think she's absolutely gorgeous. She's dressed like a sweet little evacuee. She stands probably around 24 inches, and she is handmade, hand painted, hand created in the porcelain. And this is a style of doll that was so immensely popular, and we were all making and creating these amazing dolls and serving so many collectors from around the world. And really, I was just talking to my mum yesterday and saying, gosh, shall we try and put a collection together that was similar to this, that we could launch, as you know, bringing that idea back from like 25-30 years ago. And I think they'd be really popular. The only problem is the companies that did the supply, so like the wigs and other supplies, don't actually exist anymore, because a lot of the parts actually then came from America. So I would have to work very hard to source new ideas, but I'm sure it's possible. So we're thinking that may be a really nice idea, maybe for later this year or even early next year, into bringing out some new collections in this style of work, because we just think it is so appealing. And so many of the collectors like myself love decorative work, love having it out for display more than actually to play with. So this one is available with us here. She's absolutely pristine and she's just a dream. But the quality of the clothing, I mean, look at this. The lining of the coat, the beautiful dress, the shoes, the socks. I mean, look at that. Even the belt on the back of the coat and the matching beret. This has been made with so much love and so much passion, attention to detail. It really is just a super piece to have out on display in your collection. But I couldn't resist to share her with you. So she is available on our website. And here at Mary Shortle's, you know, we've handled so many dolls over the last 46 years, and we still love dealing in all types of dolls. It's not all about reborns or Charlie Bears or Jellycat, which we also love to offer too, because this is what people also love for their collections. But we literally saw so many different types and styles of dolls, and that's what makes us a little bit extra special here, and that we can offer so many different styles. It really does. And when you come into store, you will know exactly what we're about here, and you can see dolls literally from 1860 to present day for every single budget. But I just wish I could have walls and walls of this style of doll again to share and offer with you, because I know it would be so popular. But isn't she a dream girl? Now, we can't just stop at one. As always, we do like to have a twin thing going on here, as a lot of you already know, and this sweet one does have the cutest, cheekiest little brother, which I'm going to share with you now. Now, many of these sculpts at the time, so we talk about the sculpts in the reborn world, and it was just the same then in the porcelain doll world. These sculpts were made by very famous artists for the doll making world, and a lot of the artists at that time were based in the United States of America. Look at this one. I'm sure many of you might even recognize this face. How amazing is that sculpt? Look at the detail. I often think that the skill also of producing this and pouring this in the liquid porcelain and then pulling it out from the plaster mold in one piece takes a lot of skill not to break off those finer details. So again, dressed as a sweet little evacuee. He's called Tommy Riley. He even has a plaster where he scuffed his knee. He's in a sitting position. quite heavy actually. He's got a weighted body, and he would just sit nicely in a little chair or on the end of your shelf. But how great. I love the red hair. It gives him all that extra character detail. Again, his outfit is meticulously made with the wool shorts, the shirt, the tie, the jacket, and of course that cute little flat cap with his sweet little box and bag too. But how lovely are these? And I just thought it was really nice to showcase something a little bit different, as I know we love sharing and showing off all our beautiful babies here. But how beautiful. So if you love things and dolls from past collections, then I think these would be a really lovely example to pop in your collection. But I couldn't resist to share these with you. Thanks so much for watching this video. It really means the world to us. We have received so many lovely comments on our latest videos, and so many beautiful things have been adopted by you too. So thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you here in York. We're open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The sun is shining here now, and we're certainly looking forward to the summertime. It just makes our day so glorious, being in such a large store with such big windows and the sunshine flooding in. So thanks so much again, and we can't wait to see you all very, very soon.